that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
It's caught by Jackson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Cunningham to throw. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Cunningham. And he's got room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, McCaffrey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. Leading them out, boy, a modern-day legend. He's been here 18 seasons now in the NFL. Of course, he played at Harvard. One of the top 35 passers in NFL history, Ryan Fitzpatrick. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Fitzpatrick finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try and run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Now Cunningham. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. But this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Dante Hall going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL.
Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Fitzpatrick now. And it's complete right back in the... No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And Fitzpatrick's throw complete there to Smith.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. To the air again, Fitzpatrick.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Another run, this time McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking for the crossing with 6 on the third down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And Hall not going to bring this one out. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick.
And this one too low. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dante Hall from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cunningham looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Moss. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cunningham. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. That is caught. It's Chad Johnson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking to throw, Cunningham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deebo Samuel from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was